Hello children, welcome to Math Park. In our park, today we are going to have another episode of Area of Quadrilaterals. Children, very important questions are taken in this video. Please watch till end and understand the topic better. And let's go with the first question. Looking at the question, do not get scared at all. It is easy. So polygon, we have already created a video on polygon. Polygon is a closed line figure made up of line segments. So you can see here a polygon, which is a figure made up of 1, 2, 3, 4 triangles and 2 trapeziums. So we already know what is the area of a triangle. It is half base into height. In a right triangle, since these are all right triangles, so this is going to be half perpendicular sides, half into perpendicular sides, and there are 2 trapeziums. So simply adding the areas of this given figure, all these diagrams, you are going to get the area of this polygon. Okay. Now, let us go ahead with finding the area of this polygon. Okay, so let us name this as figure 1. Then I'll take this as figure 2. Let me take it as figure 3, 4, 5, and 6. This makes it our work more easier. Instead of naming, okay, we can make the work more easier. Now, our first figure is a triangle. So we will find the area of the figure 1. So area of figure 1, as it is a triangle, it is half into base into height. So base is here 100. So half into 100. And the height of this triangle is this part, this Sx. Now, how do I get Sx? So I can see that this complete distance, SP is 600. This SP is complete 600. And this XP is 360. So this Sx is going to be 600 minus 360. So you get 600 minus 360, which is 240. So this is how you get this distance as 240. So into 240. So half base into height. So we have taken it. So 2 into, let me take it as 120. When I divide 240 by 2, so I get this as 120 into 100, which is 12,000 centimeters square. Now we find the area of figure 2. Now figure 2 is again our triangle. So half, let us take the base. Now here is 120. So we take base as 120. Now we need to find the height. And let us take this height. Now this is the height. Now I have to find it. This one is the height. Okay. Now for finding the height, look at this. So this distance is given as 400. This complete distance is 600. So 600 minus 400. So I get this as 200. So that is how half into 120 into 200. If I simplify this, I can 2 ones and 200. When I divide, I get 100. And 100 into 120, I get again 12,000 centimeters square. So we did with figure 2, which were 2 triangles. Now let us find area of figure 3, which is a trapezium. Just recall the formula for area for trapezium. It is half into height into parallel sides. Now the parallel sides here are 100 and 160. These two are parallel sides. Okay, so I write this 100 plus 160 first of all. And now I need to find the height. Okay, the height is the distance between two parallel sides. So this distance I want to know. So to find this distance, let me take, this is 360. Okay, and this distance is 200. So 360 minus 200, I get this one as 160. So that is how I get the height of this trapezium as 160. So let us simplify this. On simplify things, 2 ones are, and I get, when I divide 160 by 2, I get 80, and 260 into 80, I get 20800 centimeters square. Okay, this is my area of the trapezium, that is figure 3. Now let us find out area of the fourth figure, which is again a trapezium. So finding the area of trapezium 4, again I take it as, say, area of figure 4, which is half into height and sum of parallel sides. So let me write the parallel sides, which is 120 and 140. So 120 plus 140, let me write it. And let us find out the height of this trapezium. Now height of this trapezium is this part, right? So how do I find this distance? Look at this. This is 400 and this part is 250. So 400 minus 250, I get the height of this trapezium as 150 centimeters. So let us simplify. 2 ones are 150 divided by 2, I get 75. And 75 into 260, I get it as 19,500 centimeters square. Okay, 19,500 centimeters square. Got it, children? Easy. Now let us find the area of figure 5. Now area of figure 5, it is again a triangle. So again finding the area of a triangle, which is half base into height. So the base, it is 160 and the height, this is 200. So half into 160 into 200. When I simplify this, 2 ones are and 2 hundreds are. So 100 into 160, I get 16,000 centimeters square is the area of figure 5. Now let us find the area of the last figure which is being left over here. So we find area of figure 6, which is again a triangle. So finding area of figure 6, it is half again base into height. So my base is 140 here and my height is this part, right? So to find this part, look at this, go parallel, it is 250. Okay. So 250 is the height given over here. So 140 into 250. So let us simplify this. So if I divide 140 by 2, I get 70. And 70 into 250, I get 17,500 centimeters square. Now, if I have to find the area of this complete polygon, so area of the polygon is equal to, I have to simply add all of these areas, and on adding all these areas, which I get is 97,800 centimeters square. Got it, children? So not to get scared off, just look at, we divide the figure into different parts and do it in a parts, do it in a chunks, and then add all the areas. You get the area of the polygon as 97,800 centimeters square. Got it, children? Understood, all of you? Okay. There are few more questions and important, so please watch till end, children. Let's take another question. The parallel side of a trapezium are in the ratio 3:4. If the distance between the parallel side is 9 decimeters and its area is 126 decimeters square, find the length of its parallel sides. So let us draw a trapezium. Drawing a trapezium, the parallel sides, let us say the trapezium, let us give some name. So, or let it be like that. If the parallel sides are given in the ratio 3:4, let us take this side as 3x and let us take this side as 4x. So the parallel sides are in the ratio. These arrows indicate the parallel sides, and they say that the distance between two parallel sides. So the distance between two parallel sides is always the height. So we have the height of the trapezium as 9 decimeters and the area is given as 126 decimeters square. Find the length of parallel sides. Now we know the area of a trapezium is half area of trapezium is equal to half into h and the sum of parallel sides. So the sum of parallel sides, let us take A and B as parallel sides. So let us substitute the values. So half, your h is 9 and the parallel sides are 3x plus 4x and the area is given as 126 decimeters square. So when you simplify this, now you get 3x plus 4x is 7x, and this 9 and 2, when it goes to other side, it becomes inverse. So it will become 2 by 9. So let us simplify this. On simplifying this, we get the value as 9 ones and 9 14s. So you got it 14 into 2. Now I want to find the value of x. So it is 14 into 2. This 7 comes down. So 7 ones and 7 twos are. So x value I got it as 4. Got it? So now we found the value of x. Now they are asked to find the length of the parallel sides. So this parallel side is equal to 3 into 4, which is 12 decimeters. And my another parallel side is going to be 4 into 4, which is 16 decimeters. Got it? So my parallel sides are 12 decimeters and 16 decimeters. Understood, children? All of you? Okay, watch again if not understood. Simple. The ratio of the sides was given as 3:4. So we took the sides as 3x and 4x. Put the formula. The distance between the parallel sides is always the height of the trapezium, which is 9 here. This 9 upon 2, when it goes here, becomes 2 by 9. On simplifying, we got the value of x as 4. And this is how we get the parallel side as 12 decimeters and 16 decimeters. Got it, children? Okay. Let's take another question. Now here you are given a parallelogram. Okay. You are given a parallelogram ABCD. It is always better to draw the figure, children. You can draw roughly a figure. So you have a parallelogram ABCD. and it says that angle A is 3 times B. So if I take angle B as A, then my angle A is going to be 3A. Okay, now it is a parallelogram, right? So we know that adjacent angles of parallelogram are supplementary. You have adjacent angles of parallelogram are supplementary. So if the adjacent angles are supplementary, that means they add up to 180 degrees. So we have 3A plus A is equal to 180. So we get 4A is equal to 180. So A is equal to 180 divided by 4, which is 45 degree. Now, if are asked to find all the angles of the parallelogram, then we can find angle A is equal to 3A, which is equal to 3 into 45, which is 135 degree. And same as, because opposite angles of a parallelogram are equal, so angle C is also 135 degree. And your angle B is equal to 45 degree, and then angle B and angle D are equal, so you get angle D also as 45 degree. Got it, children? So this is how we found all the angles of a parallelogram. Now, if AB is equal to 5x plus 7, so this is given as 5x minus 7, sorry, and CD is given as 3x plus 1. The plus 1 has gone here. So 3x plus 1. So let us find the length of CD. Okay. So even any one we are able to find, AB and CD are equal. So we use the property of a parallelogram that opposite sides of parallelogram are equal. So we have opposite sides of parallelogram are equal. So we get an equation here. Let us take 5x minus 7. So we have opposite sides. So we take AB is equal to CD. So you have AB is equal to CD. Let us take the values which are given in terms of x. AB is given as 5x minus 7. Okay. And CD is given as 3x plus 1. So 3x plus 1. We have already learned how to solve equations. This 3x moves here. It becomes minus 3x. So 5x minus 3x. 1 was here. Minus 7 goes here. It becomes plus 7. Minus 7 goes here. Plus 7. 5x minus 3x is 2x. And 1 plus 7 is 8. So x is equal to 8 divided by 2, which is 4. So now we have got the value of x. Now we can find the value of the asked, that is CD. Now CD is equal to 3x plus 1. So let us substitute the value of x, which is 4 plus 1. 3 into 4 is 12. And 12 plus 1 is 13 centimeter is the value. Or if the unit is not given as, you can write just as 13 units is the value of CD. Even if you are asked AB, if you substitute here, 5 into 4 is 20 and 20 minus 7 is 30. Opposite sides of parallelogram are equal. So we use two properties here. Adjacent angles of parallelogram are supplementary and opposite sides of parallelogram are equal, and we found the value. Understood, children? Okay. If you are liking it, please share with your friends, children. Okay. These are all important questions. Let's move on to the next question. In a quadrilateral ABCD, side AB is in a quadrilateral ABCD, side AB is parallel to BC, okay, and A is to D is 1 is to 2, and C is to B is 4 is to 5, okay. So there are two different ratios given. So let me, since AB is parallel to CD, so first of all, AB and CD are parallel, okay. AB and CD are parallel, and I get this quadrilateral now. A quadrilateral is a four-sided polygon, okay. I got a quadrilateral. Now, they have given us the angles, a particular ratio is given to us. So the angles are in the ratio A is to D is 1 is to 2. So A, if it is 1, AB, this is C, I'm sorry, and this will be your D. Okay, A, B, C, D. So be very careful about. So your A is to D is 1 is to 2. So if A is X, then D is equal to 2X. Fine. Now, AB is parallel to CD. Then we have learned the properties of parallel lines, that is interior angles on same side of transversal are supplementary. Interior angles on same side of transversal are supplementary. Okay. Then, so that means they add up to 180 degrees. So if the interior angles on the same side of transversal are supplementary, we get x plus 2x is equal to 180 degree. So you get 3x is equal to 180. If I simplify this, I get x is equal to 180 divided by 3. I get 60 degree. So I get angle A is equal to 60 degree, and I get angle D is equal to 2x. So which is which is 2, which is equal to 2 into 60, that is 120 degrees. Got it? Now, they have also given C is to B in the ratio 4:5. Now, if I have taken here X, I'll assign some other variable over here. So let me take these angles. If this C is to B is 4:5, so I take this as 4x and 5x. So my C is 4x and my B is 5x. So now, no, I'll not take X now. I'll take it as 4A and my B I'll take it as 5A because X and X will again confuse you. Okay, so angle C is to B is in the ratio of 4:5. So again, they are the same property we will be using. Interior angles on the same side of transversal are supplementary. And using this, I get 5A plus 4A is equal to 180 again. So 5A plus 4A is 9A is equal to 180. So A is equal to 180 divided by 9, which is 20 degrees. Okay, value of A is 20. So that is how I'll get angle B, which is 5A, which is 5 into 20, which is 100 degree. And I get angle C, which is 4A, that is 4 into 20, which is 80 degree. Got it, children? And they assign the spatial name to the quadrilateral ABCD. So one pair of opposite sides is parallel, then the spatial name here, this is a trapezium. This quadrilateral is a trapezium. Got it, children? Understood? So be careful while naming here A, B, C, D. So this vertex has to be C and D. The angles are given in a ratio 1:2. So if I take A as X, then my D has to be 2x. If the ratio was C is to B was 4:5, if I take C as 4A, B is 5A. Got it, children? Okay, let's go for next question. Okay, the last question, children. Just be attentive here. The following figure shows a cross section ABCD of a swimming pool. Cross section is just the plane. When I cut off the solid, what I get is called a cross section of a pool, which is a trapezium in shape. If the width DC, this is the width of the pool. Okay, the width of the pool, the swimming pool, it is 6.4 centimeter. And the depth on this side, it is 80 centimeter. Okay, and the depth BC is 2.4 meters. So remember, the unit has to be same. This is given 6.4 centimeter. This is 80 centimeter. So 2.4 centimeter. If I have to convert into, 2.4 meter. If I have to convert into centimeter, this is going to be 240 centimeter. Okay, unit has to be same. Okay, now we have the trapezium. We know the height. This is our height and the parallel sides. So we have to find the area of cross section. So we will be using the formula for area of trapezium. Area of trapezium is half h in bracket a plus b, where a and b are the parallel sides. Let us substitute the value half into height is 6.4 and your parallel sides are 80 plus 240 in centimeters, right? So if I simplify 6.4 divided by 2, I get 3.2, and 3.2, this is 240 plus 80, which is 320. Come on, multiply and let us check what is the answer. So this is how 3.2 into 320, you get the area of cross section as 1024 centimeter square. Got it? Easy, children? Understood, all of you? Okay, if you like it, please share with your friends. And if you are new to the channel, please subscribe the channel. Thank you for watching. Have a good day.